You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show.
A lady vomited in my theater. What? When I watched that, yeah.
Wait.
Didn't tell anybody.
Wait, during...
Okay, so it just sat there in the back row.
And you could smell it?
Yeah. Well, no, she was in the back row. I was up further.
Did it start to trickle down?
It did by the end, but the movie was over by the time I started smelling
That's
it.
atrocious.
But yeah, you heard it, like, you heard her gag and then plop all over the floor. And then the boyfriend walks her out. Oh. And there were people in that back row. They didn't go, like, tell anybody that was there. They just sat with the vomit on the floor
was
there.
Was it like something that was happening in the movie?
Yeah.
What was it in the movie?
Okay.
Biting of the skin? Wow.
Do you guys like weapons?
Yeah.
I really liked weapons.
I mean, it's not that, like, I argued on this show for it being deeper than what I think Nick and Vanessa were willing to accept.
Oh, you should have had me on
deep.
that.
It's not that deep.
Oh, it was you who was arguing.
Yeah.
It's not
I have a whole.
It's not that
I have
deep.
a whole reading
We
of
agree
weapons.
on a lot
Right?
of stuff.
It's really not. No, like
movies.
Zach Kreger even says, like, this is just like a lot of ideas that came through, like dealing with grief of the death of Trevor Moore, and it's like, so yeah, there's no that's why there's like no theme to it, and then it's
The
fine.
whitest kid he knew.
No theme.
No, there's no
theme, like The
theme.
Bride.
There's really no theme to weapons.
Well, he actually gave a funny answer. Somebody asked him, like, what's the meaning of them running like this? And he's like, I just thought it looked cool.
Well, I think he's referenced the girl, like, who got napalmed, like, running.
Yeah,
like,
it was supposed to,
yeah.
but-
Oh.
I also don't know that an author's opinion on their own work matters more than how it's received.
I don't think that you need to intend themes for there to be good themes in a piece of art.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of, if I can get back to my Victorian literature, it's kind of Oscar Wilde's whole thesis was that an artist should try to just make anything.
Welcome to Movie Haters with the Farx Brothers. I'm Kyle. I waited till an artist should make anything, yeah.
Nice timing. Thanks.
A tender
I'm
moment.
Kirk. I'm Kirk.
I am Nick.
Nick doesn't know who he is. All right.
Guest, could you please introduce yourself and name anything that you've made as art as you do, because you are gods of your own creations in a sense.
I'm Alex Suszko, and I'm a filmmaker.
Okay.
Yes, I'm Mick Lynch, and I'm a composer.
Wait, when are you
Wait, you're
supposed to
still
name
you.
something?
Wait.
You're supposed
No,
to name something
I'm
that
Merritt.
you did.
I'm Merritt
Merritt.
West, and I'm a performer, actor.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Then I'm Alex Suszko.
No,
And-
you're Mick.
No, you're
Wait, no, wait.
Oh, no, I'm Mick Lynch.
Yeah.
I'm Mick Lynch. And when you guys interviewed me for the Knives Out segment, you talked about how Benoit doesn't grow per episode. Like, he's the same guy every episode. He doesn't, like, take one lesson and
Kind of like
add
Kirk in
it to
this
the next.
show.
I was gonna say, like,
I have
you
no
guys
arc.
grow in
Yeah,
the
I guess
show,
I-
though. I mean, I've heard you talk about things from other shows,
Kyle used to be so racist.
Yeah.
You used to.
and
Super
it's really you've really toned that down.
You could not
Biggest
let me
racist
around a
joke.
Colombian person. My wife is
Colombian.
Colombian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about that. Can you lean back a little bit?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. Lean back. Lean
Oh.
back.
But if we're doing it seriously, go to the North Star Film Festival. I have a film in that. It's great.
He's actually Alex Suszko.
Yeah.
What?
I'm actually Mick Lynch.
That makes me Merritt West. Ah, shit.
Why do you say that with such defeat?
Me?
No, everyone.
Oh,
No, Mick. Man, you got it. I'm Mick.
We can't unpack that.
I mean, I relate.
No,
Like, I look at my own identity with defeat every day.
Here's the arc I think I'm gonna. I was thinking about this because I know other people have been saying this about Penelope and what was her other name? Ida.
In The Bride.
I've known an Ida in my life. A two name, one of them being Ida.
They made it very, very clear for some reason at the end of the movie that her name was The Bride.
Yeah, it becomes. See, this is why it's not a feminist movie.
But yeah, that didn't mean
at the
anything.
end, she chooses not to have a name at all. to
It's
be a
insane.
person who is just waiting to eventually marry a man. The
It's
Bride.
so crazy.
She's not.
Where does that go under?
She's not
Minus
choosing to
in
marry.
feminism?
Yeah, minus the feminism. If she had a name, great. But she labels herself as the bride, who essentially is waiting for somebody, a man who she needs.
Well, she also like moves her hand closer to his. So
Well,
is she
I
implying
also
that
think
she's
that
choosing
that
him?
wasn't what they were trying to do by having her say that she was the bride, because she says like, not Ida, not Penelope, because Penelope was the name that Frank gave her.
Yeah.
Ida was
Her
her
slave name.
previous life as
Slave
her
name.
slave name.
She was
The
under
bride
Toby.
is
her,
her slave.
previous,
Toby.
her previous life as like
What'd you say?
an informant whose goal was to be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so her saying the bride was like her claiming her new own identity, but for it to be the bride
Yeah.
is just completely undercuts.
For me, it was like, I am Batman. I'm
That's-
Iron Man. It was,
That's-
I'm accepting an identity onto myself that
Yes,
doesn't
but
replace
he
the
is
other
still
identities
Bruce
I have.
Wayne. He has two identities.
She's still
So
Ida.
I got an
Is she?
opinion on that.
Okay.
Well, the idea is that she's the bride, not the bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, actually, that's true. Because she, I think she
Yeah.
does
that was
say.
why she was like,
You did a feminism just now.
oh, and I get one for the bride.
Give
No,
Mary.
give yourself one.
Yeah, give
Oh, awesome! I'm gonna win. That's I'm not
No.
drinking. I'm not drinking tonight.
Well, it could
Plus
be,
one.
and I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt,
All right.
which I shouldn't because I didn't
You
like
shouldn't,
it.
yeah.
But it could be like suggesting that like women can still be attracted to men. They just have to take ownership of their
Their
role.
label,
You know, like if they own the label of bride, then it becomes an individual.
label unto themselves.
Rather
Yeah.
than a relative.
You're not-
label.
Yeah, rather
You're
than
not going like, oh, women submit to your husbands right,
Right,
now. You're
correct.
just saying
He does
that.
feel that way.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
Frankenstein,
know.
Frankenstein is still Frank. That's,
So deadpan. Yep.
that's the problem. Frankenstein is still Frank. He's not called the groom.
I mean-
He still has a name. The
No,
bride
Frank is the name given to him by the professor.
The fact that we
He
are
has a
arguing
name,
over
though.
something so semantic, I think, speaks to how badly communicated the themes
Of
were,
the
whatever
bride.
they were.
I
Boom.
completely forgot what iteration means. What is that?
So, like,
Adaptation.
there's a bunch of different iterations of Frankenstein movies.
Oh.
And, like, none of them have been particularly financially successful.
I think this is my point because
What
it
is
is a lot more
brains?
faithful to the book.
well, they also haven't
Frankenstein.
been good.
I would
a lot
argue
of
in that
times.
sense, and again, I liked
Mm.
Frankenstein more as a movie. I think that The Bride brought more new to the Frankenstein mythos, because I think that the movie was just a very good adaptation of the book that changed some things to make it more of a spectacular movie and to make it more kind of make the themes a little more optimistic and hopeful about what it's saying about fatherhood and
In the bride.
legacy. No,
Just like
Frankenstein.
Oh,
But I think that The Bride was a totally new thing to bring to the Frankenstein mythos, and it is something that I'm going to remember. I just wasn't. I think we're all getting caught up on the fact that there wasn't that much happening
in
There
the
was
with
so
bride.
the
much-
themes of The Bride.
So,
What happens in the bride?
part of-
Aside from her being sexually assaulted in most of the movie.
Not
It
most of the movie.
It happens a lot
She's
in this
almost,
movie.
excuse me, she's almost sexually assaulted at the start. She is not moited. She falls down the stairs.
She's essentially punched in the face and then
And
falls.
she
Yeah.
finds out that she was created to potentially bang Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And she's not into banging Frankenstein.
And then
And
she's
then
stopped.
later, she's
Yeah.
into bang.
Which-
Remember when she's like,
So what,
wanna fuck?
what does that say,
Yeah.
Kyle?
She's basically
She can contain
an
multitudes.
item. She's an object for
She can have whatever
Frankenstein.
dick she wants.
Well,
Or maybe
yeah,
Frankenstein just slow played it, and just had that kind of like, I'm just a dumb guy, but you know what? I got the memory.
He's like,
it was like-
I'm gonna play the monster card, and I'm going to fuck her.
He's not on camera. He's doing.
I guess.
You know he's doing the
It's just a slight variation of my Elon Musk face.
Or
We kind of has to do the same thing. I will pay her $1 million for me to let me use it, put my cum in a turkey baster and put it in her.
Go ahead, Nick.
Well, thank God he didn't ruin this movie like he did Iron Man 2.
Oh my God. Have you seen the edit of that? Someone's done a really seamless edit of him showing up in Iron Man 2, and Robert Downey Jr. turns away from the camera when he addresses Elon Musk, and that's so someone like did a really perfect dub as Robert Downey Jr. where he just goes, pedophile says what? Stay away from me. And walks away, which is really funny.
They didn't let him on the island. He just asked on Christmas.
He wasn't cool enough. I think that The Bride... I don't know. What I really liked about The Bride were the characters. I think that should be a category that I don't think we have in there.
Ensemble cast.
We have ensemble.
No, there's the actors and how they were used, but then there's the characters and whether you like them within the story differently than
I really liked the characters of The Bride. I thought that the movie maybe should have been from the perspective of the detectives. Because every time they cut to the detectives, I was like, I like this way more. Like, I like what's going on. I like this dynamic and these characters way more than anything else that's happening.
But that's a good idea.
It's still and in favor of the feminism, they have Penelope Cruz pretending to be a secretary while she's the one actually solving the crimes.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool.
Yeah, sure.
They felt like they were in a different until.
But a man gives her the job at the end, so I don't know how much wins for that feminism.
Well, who else could have given her the job?
Actually,
her own merit.
Wait, I want to counter that with something. Wait. No. I want to counter with that with something I saw on LinkedIn this week because it was international.
Always a great start.
Yeah, LinkedIn.
From a woman talking about her mentors. And my comment to my wife when I saw this, Mrs. Farx, was, hey, 2/3 of this woman's mentors are men. And she's telling us this on International Women's Day. She's saying, if not for men who happen to have more societal power in, all the previous times to the one we're trying to progress on right now, you would have to have, some sort of...
Yeah, it doesn't really
Sure,
lessen...
but the only issue is...
wrong that
even
it's
though
not
she's
equal.
made detective, nobody listens to her. Even at the end.
They didn't do
That's what I was going to say.
Nobody
She starts
cares.
shooting everybody when she's like, don't shoot.
Your logic, you're saying that The Bride doesn't have an arc. I don't think anybody in that... They didn't do anything with any of... They had like a bunch of great characters in this movie that didn't go anywhere.
It's a Lego set where there's lots of cool pieces. It makes something cool. It looks cool. We're having fun building it. A Movie Man T said to the Farx brothers, "Wanna fuck is gonna live rent free in his head from when they're in the drained out pool."
Yeah.
And she just like, things have happened. They've gone on an adventure, and now she's down to clown, specifically down the pound.
There were a lot of lines that I really I didn't like the story very much in The Bride, but I liked a lot of individual lines and moments. Like when he sees her for the first time and says,
she's too pretty.
Genuinely says she's too beautiful, you have to put her back. Like it can't be her.
You were touched by Christian Bale a little bit in that?
Yeah, but it wasn't his performance. Christian Bale touched me, and that's why I don't like him.
Show me on your heart where Christian Bale touched you.
You have a diagram.
I thought that did raise the question of like, what is the point of digging up a dead woman to be your bride? Is it because you're somehow assuming that a dead woman has like no standards, which is like now that I'm back in the dating pool, I need to that's the thing. I need to
ladies.
If you have no, I need to look for someone with no standards because otherwise they won't like me. But so I get it. But like, where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Yeah. So no, I picked up something on that too. Like I'm
That's
dead women being reanimated. Sorry.
Oh yeah, why do you need why does it need to be a dead woman?
Yeah.
But I think that's what we're saying about the themes of The Bride not being executed very well, is that there's so many things that you can kind of grab at and be like, oh, maybe they were saying this, and then there's nothing else. Like, you can't follow that thread anywhere. There's no...
This is the rare
How come
time.
she doesn't have super strength? being resurrected from the dead.
Patriarchy.
Nah.
I don't think he
That's
did.
minus
I don't
one
think
for
he had super
feminism.
strength.
She should have super strength as...
You're saying Guillermo del Toro's, Jacob Elordi.
Wait, Guillermo del Toro's or
No,
Well,
the
is that
bride.
the
Why
bride-
does the bride
neither-
not have super strength?
neither
None
of
of the
them in The Bride
Frankensteins.
had
I mean,
super strength.
Frank
He was
has
just a
super
big
strength.
guy. He
Did
wasn't
he?
like superpower. He just
Yeah.
beat the shit out of some people because he's
Sure.
big.
Yeah. Like I could curb
Yeah.
stomp motherfucker
And
the
you
same as
have.
him.
Yeah,
That's the benefit of
Those
like
things
having
are true.
a BMI of like 30.
Prove it.
BMI.
Whoever loses this debate, you got to curb stomp.
There's the
We
curb
agree
out.
to that.
That's the problem. The curb out there. It's a townhome association. The curb. It's one of those angled curbs. It's one of those soft curbs.
Yeah.
It's
Those
not
are
the.
worst.
They can feel
It's
that
not
at all.
the
We could
right
step on
angle
someone's
curb.
neck and snap it for sure in the like dick, I think.
But you gotta have the
I will
Vibram Souls.
I intend to try this someday. Just to, but
Okay.
in the meantime, I'll have to take your word for it. But I eventually intend to try this out and confirm.
So our young goth friend, from a grotesquerie point of view, like you said you didn't think the like cutting apart bodies and stuff in Guillermo's had any weight to it?
No. I said that like the action scenes didn't have any weight to them.
Okay, how
I
do you
think the
feel about it?
grotesquerie in both movies was really good.
But different?
Different. I felt like it was very. I have to think for a second. Actually, I feel like it was treated very reverently in Frankenstein. Like I thought that Frankenstein was cool because you were kind of seeing it from the perspective of a scientist who sees the human body as this very intricate and interesting machine, and you were seeing the body be deconstructed in that way. And I think it was much more intimate in The Bride, where it was kind of more like you were less seeing them. They were very much like they weren't treated as people who were sewn together. They were more just treated as very wounded people, where they were both just kind of like caring for each other's wounds. And I liked that. I think that Frankenstein, I liked the gore and grotesquerie of better because it just generally looked really cool. Like the process of making the monster looked really cool. And then I thought the monster across the whole movie looked amazing.
Well, I also think
Wait,
Guillermo
stay with that for a second. Sorry. We'll come back to you.
Go for it.
Because you just
You
touched on
challenged
CGI,
me.
and I need points for CGI. And you just said monster look cool. Defend it.
In which?
You guys, I don't care.
Which
Well, I don't think the monster
CGI?
looks
monster
cool.
look better?
I don't think the monster looks cool in in Frankenstein because it's like all the seams of what's been sewn together on the inside, and it
Is
looked.
he CGI in Frankenstein?
No, he's
No.
not CGI, but like just the way it's like purpley, like
It's too perfect?
yeah. Whereas
I don't think so.
it looked like he was
so.
stapled together in The Bride.
Yeah.
And if I prefer an
Yeah.
aesthetic, I
That's-
prefer the stapling
That's
to
like
the.
just a bog standard, like I liked like the Frankenstein in the movie Frankenstein is exactly what I pictured when I read the book. And it's exactly what's described in the book, where it's like it's not like a mad scientist haphazardly made this. This is a surgical experiment to create a person, and he looked like a human being that was made out of a bunch of composite parts by someone who did it very lovingly and carefully.
So, Kirk, do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, because
And you get a point!
Because I feel like
CGI
Christian
to
Bale, he
effects
just
in
had those
general.
stitches.
Oh, good call.
I mean, that's not much of a design.
Yeah, the what?
He just has stitches around his face or his head.
Well, and also
It's not
the
much.
shaved part, because like the.
Sure, but
he looked fine.
aesthetically,
Well,
he looks like a generic...
Counter it with The Bride.
Frankenstein, yeah.
FX. The Bride effects.
Well, I was saying that the like sewing together thing. I totally get you on the book and agree with you on what I understand of. Yeah, it's not the Boris Karloff thing that has kind of permeated what people think of as a Frankenstein. Cool, get all that. I even could go along with it's cool his hair grows over time.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
And that's also from the book. He's described as having very long hair by the end of the book. which is
Okay.
cool.
And yeah, so the things I'm liking there are from the book. Whereas
Which makes it a great adaptation.
So you just gave points to
No.
Frankenstein.
No. What I'm saying is that
I actually agree with your point here. So go ahead and make it. I think.
what do you think the
Say
point I'm going to
something
make
racist.
is?
So my biggest issue with Frankenstein is that all of the themes and deeper ideas are inherently there from the book. The movie is not generating them. The story and the original source material is, whereas The Bride is original, even though it doesn't handle its themes well, it's at least original. It's not being derived inherently from a source material.
So you just gave a point to The Bride for adaptation.
Way better than what I was going to say.
I don't agree with you necessarily about Frankenstein getting all of its themes from the books. I would argue that the book Frankenstein can be read as an allegory for a lot of different things.
Such as?
There are a lot of different readings of Frankenstein. There's a feminist reading of Frankenstein that it's about being born into the world as a woman and being seen as something that is less than the people around you and not being able to exist within your nature. I'm not
Like the
the
monster
person
is
to
a
speak
woman?
to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Like in some way. There's a good reading of that I don't know enough about.
That's
to
a
speak to,
valid
but
point.
that
And
is-
to expand that, do all people can feel that way?
Yeah, I think the book is more of just a lot of different ways that just of being an other and an outsider, and it's really interesting that it's told first from the perspective of the person who is scared of this thing and then from the perspective of the thing. I think the movie picked an allegory, which is fatherhood, which is one of the readings that there is a lot there to draw from in the book, but it's not necessarily what the book is about. And I think it's definitely what the movie was about. And I think they changed the ending of the movie because the ending of the book doesn't lend itself well to the allegory of fatherhood and cycles of kind of generational abuse, which is what I read the movie as being about.
No, he explicitly said that.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what the theme
Like
is.
the book, if the book is about that, then the book is saying that you can never get out of those, and that you will
Because of
you
the
will
ending?
self-destruct because of it. But the movie is saying that you need to be able to forgive and reconcile and move past your, strained relationships with the people who raised you and the people who you came from, to be able to grow and be your own person. And I think that's why I like the ending of the movie. I don't like it better exactly than the ending of the book, but I think it's a positive change because they picked a reading of the book and did it really well.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can embellish themes in the book and choose themes that you want to draw out more than others, but the themes still come from the book.
Yeah, but they also they changed the story in pretty major ways, like by showing his upbringing, which isn't in the book, Frankenstein's upbringing, and by giving it a completely different ending. They're changing what they're saying about these themes to something that I agree with more, and that I think is more impactful and more productive of a message, what it's saying about fatherhood and abuse and generational trauma.
So I would ask, does the book describe any kind of motivation for Frankenstein to develop the monster?
Not really. Okay. It's kind of just a because I can situation.
Yeah, it's like a vanity
book.
project.
It's just like I want to prove that I can do this. Whereas in the book, there's no real comparison drawn between him and the monster in the book, which was a big part of the movie.
Comparison how?
Like a parallel drawn between him being a child and how he was treated as a child, and then how he treats the equivalent of his child.
By getting frustrated.
Yes, is what to me made the movie about generational trauma and sort of cycles of abuse.
Because he doesn't know any better.
Yeah, and that wasn't in the book. You don't know anything about his upbringing in the book. And he doesn't chain the monster up and then get mad at it and leave in the book. He just runs as soon as it comes to life.
Yeah.
As soon as it comes to life, he's like, this was a mistake. I shouldn't have made this.
Well, I guess I think we're fundamentally disagreeing on what the movie is actually about.
Really? What did you read it as about?
So you're interpreting it as about fatherhood in that, like, literally it's father-son.
Mm-hmm.
I view it more as creator and creation in the way that if you, I don't know if any of you are religious, but God is perfect. He made humans who are imperfect. Presumably he could be disgusted by his creation.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know.
Want to flood the earth or some shit?
Yeah. Or like Sodom and Gomorrah, just destroy everything and start over.
God looking at Kyle.
God is
Wow.
God kills a
I
lot.
made a
God
real racist
genocides.
guy.
No, I know. And so, like, I saw it more as that. Like, he created this and then saw his creation and was like, this is messed up. And the book is more about finding the humanity in a creation that is on the surface flawed in terms of, or on the surface grotesque in terms of appearance. And that's what humanity is we do bad things to each other, but at the core of most people, not all people, the core of most people, we are empathetic and caring for one another.
Well, in your interpretation of it, we're all created by a perfect being. The humans are all created by a perfect being, or the dead is all reanimated by the living. Therefore, it's all starting from the same place.
Yeah, so I don't view it as father-son. I view it more as creator versus creation. The creation is sort of grotesque to a perfect being.
How do you...
Yeah, but does he... I don't think Victor sees himself as a perfect being.
I would
though.
say that that's what the book is about. I think that the book is about creator and creation, and that's why you can interpret more specific things like fatherhood into it, or like it being about God, or it being about being a woman, or being like, I think that the book is about creator and create. I mean, it's literally called Frankenstein, the Modern Prometheus.
Yeah.
So I think that the book is definitely about creator and creation in a more open way. I would argue that I think that the movie was, to me, in my reading at least, pretty overtly about parenthood specifically and how your parents treat you and how that makes you treat others.
So I agree only because the director told me, but earlier I said I don't believe the author of a work necessarily, like I prescribe to dead author theory to a degree. So if he took this interpretation from what he saw, he would need to then show other evidence specific to the movie, I guess, that would say it could hold the metaphor you see that is different than the metaphor of the movie's literal creator, Guillermo del Toro, and what he says it's about. Because he said it's exactly what he said it's about. I listened to him say it on the radio. It's about, it's not just about his relationship with his father, it's about his relationship with his children, and he literally said generational trauma and how that affects people over time and whether or not you can let go of it. So, like, that is for sure what he was intending with Frankenstein.
So you said something interesting about how Victor, I believe Victor in the characterization of this movie, at one point he had the hubris of thinking that he was perfect because he was striving so hard as a child, and then he grew up and he got in front of those the council of people, and he was like, you know, obtuse to them. He was like, fuck you guys, you guys are assholes. Yeah. And I know what I'm doing and you guys don't, so fuck off. And so he thought that there was some hubris there. Okay? But before the hubris was this ultimate confidence in himself, right? And then he created this thing, and then, you know, due to all the shit that happened during the creation, felt like, oh yeah, kind of fucked up. This shit was kind of fucked up, and he wanted to throw it away and maybe do Frank 2.0, you know. And that's what I think he wanted. That's what I think he wanted. He wanted to just scrap it and do another one, but shit got more fucked up. So
that's actually one of the things that really fucking bothers me about Frankenstein,
Frankenstein,
the 2025, is that he also gets to a place of like, hey, I would like a companion or something. Like he says it towards
Because
the
he
end.
gets rejected by Mia Goth, and then suddenly he wants to actually create the monster.
And then Mia Goth dies, and then they don't like reanimate her. It seemed like the perfect opportunity. Like, oh,
Only because I think he wouldn't do it because he told the creature, no, I'm not gonna reanimate somebody for you. So he's obviously not gonna do it. He's too busy hunting the creature down.
sure. Then his sister-in-law dies, or sister-in-law to be dies, and it's like that didn't seem to have any effect. And she was literally in the image of your mother, and you know.
Yeah, but I think that was because he learned from making the creature that it's a horrible thing to do.
That it's the wrong hubris to make
Yeah.
it to try doing it in the first place is
Like
what's
I think
wrong,
at least I don't remember. Again, I've only seen the movie once, and it was a little while ago, so it stuck with me very well considering that. But I don't remember how much they spend on how he is affected by the creation of the creature. I do think that it's something that they changed from the book that I don't like as much, that he doesn't immediately regret.
He
Bringing
gets
this thing to life.
annoyed that the creature can only say his name, Victor, the creator's name, and then he wants to blow up the entire thing, but then the creature calls out for essentially his father, and he has a second change of heart, but then it blows up and he loses a leg, and then he realizes, I shouldn't have done this. So they don't really play that much into it.
I also, I don't have a counter. I'm different. I'm gonna differently counter Alex's idea about creation, in that it is from a different point of view. I'm destroying what God can do, and if I can destroy what God can do, then it makes me a god. So, in another sense, instead of being about God and creation, it's about killing God, in a sense.
How is it killing God?
I don't
though?
see that.
Yeah.
Because God is what makes us finite.
By conquering death. I see what you mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and this is me bringing something.
Well, it's about, I would say that's man trying to play God.
Yeah.
I don't think that's about destroying God.
I mean,
Destroying God's will is a way of destroying God, wouldn't it be?
I think that's a core element. Sorry, you go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's a power thing for Frankenstein and Frankenstein.
I don't disagree with you, but I still think it could be like,
It's like,
how you, if you recognize there's a God, which he does, because they talk about like the Judeo-Christian faith at some point, don't they mention Jesus or something?
I
in
don't remember that in the
Frankenstein?
movie. They don't say
I
outright
conflicting-
the religion.
Dude.
Well, they said what he's doing is like an
Abomination.
abomination.
Yeah.
The council disapproves of it because it's blasphemous.
I thought it was in the first part when he's.
No, that
like,
is in the
he's-
first part.
No, well, yes, I'm sorry. I meant when he's a younger boy, that there's some reference to the church or something, but not important.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, something in his conversations with his dad where his dad beats him.
Oh yeah, and he mentioned like
Yeah.
God or something, and God specifically referring to like Christian God.
Well, there is that thing he gets like a message. Well, he prays to an angel, and the angel gives him a vision. Or
Oh
something.
Yeah, that's right. I
There's
forgot
also
all
the
about
angel
that.
stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that it is an interesting distinction because I think that in the movie it is almost more like what you're saying, not trying to like kill God necessarily, but like trying to conquer something.
I'm stealing that from the Golden Compass, just to be clear.
Like I love the Golden
I
Compass.
do
Have you
too.
seen the show? Have you seen the His Dark
Is it-
Materials
is it-
show?
Yes.
It's so good.
I love
it's
it.
really good.
I love it.
I haven't watched the show. I plan to watch that with my children at some point when
It's really good.
His Dark Material is one of my
It's
favorite.
so good.
One of my
I've
I
favorite.
love
only
the
seen the
music
Nicole
in it.
Kidman
As a
movie, I'm really
composer,
sorry.
I love.
I read a
I mean,
book
it's
and a
good.
half.
The movie's pretty good too.
But he doesn't get to the third book where he tries to go kill God. Isn't that what they're trying to do in that?
No, yeah, it doesn't get to the
In the
good
Golden
part of that
Compass?
story. It really does.
Okay.
Yeah, the Golden Compass is
It's only
very much about religion.
Come on, man.
well, his Dark Materials is the whole story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And his
Yeah.
Dark Materials is
Yeah,
supposed to
literally
be
from
the
the
Golden
Bible.
Compass is only the first part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the first of the trilogy.
The first book in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but what I was saying, I
I'll
think
just mute
that
that.
Yeah.
I
is he
think
having
that
trouble in there?
the
I can hear it.
I think that the movie did treat it more like he was trying to conquer something, where it was set up as like, here is why he wants to beat death is because of what happened to him when he was a kid and what happened to his mother, whatever.
And he has a dream that inspires
He has
him.
a dream.
The
Yeah,
demon
to
or
defeat
whatever,
that.
the angel he thought.
And I
but
think
turns
that
out-
also affects the fact that he's not like. By the end of the movie, he regrets making this specific creature, but he doesn't really regret playing God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the book, he very much does, because in the book, it's not an act of wanting to conquer death because he is afraid of death or he has some relationship with it. It's just pure hubris, where it's just like,
Fuck it.
I think that I can do this, and so I will.
Did any of you go to see this in a theater?
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein?
Yes.
Or
No.
It was only available for 2 weeks.
I wish that I had.
A couple people told me they did, and that it was they enjoyed it. Movie Man T being one. So does the blood reanimate inside of him, or how does that work?
Wait for
When Frankenstein
Yeah.
is
Where are we at
Wolverine
points
healing
wise?
We need to
power.
talk about
you guys
this.
start tallying, and I'm
Okay.
like, how do you
More
think
of
it works?
this.
How do you think it
blood
works?
Okay.
How do
of
you
this,
How do you
maybe.
think the healing factor
This is a real easy one.
Jacob Elordi's Frankenstein worked?
Well,
It's dumb.
I've said
Sorry?
like in our notes, it's science mumbo jumbo. I don't understand.
Science mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, they don't explain it. How
thoughts
does
The
on
it-
Wolverine?
Bride.
Well,
Yeah.
I think they're all allegorical or symbolic of something.
I agree. I think.
So it's not like, well, of course we can't, or at least we don't know how at this point to reanimate
Right.
somebody. So the very premise is fictional.
Yeah, I
and-
don't think it matters how it works.
Yeah.
I think that's not the point.
Well, so maybe by defeating death, technically you could heal, because you're beyond death. So you should be able to heal by
I
yourself?
thought that was
I don't
dumb,
know.
not because I was like, that's not realistic.
Yeah.
I thought it was dumb because that's never been a Frankenstein thing. Like, it was such a, like, superhero movie thing.
I like how you called it the Wolverine effect.
Yeah, it, like, seemed like... The scenes that I didn't like in Frankenstein, it, like, felt like it turned into a superhero movie for a few minutes at a time.
And you actually like comics and superheroes.
And I
so it's not
love,
that
I'm
you're
a big
averse to
comic
those
book
things.
nerd, so I'm not averse to that. It's just like, that's
Why? Yeah.
kind of counter to the point. Like, it's not a story about a really strong guy that can beat people up. Like, Batman is.
Yeah.
Well, and the Frankenstein mythos has taken on that from the movies.
It was like they needed to explain how he could save that older dude who he had a relationship with. So it's like by beating up the.
He was
the
able to
wolves.
save him because the wolves took turns. The CGI wolves, pack hunters,
Yeah.
took turns
There's just
while
not,
attacking.
like in the
Yeah, I
book,
know,
there's
I know,
just
I thought
not
that too.
a fight scene there. There's no wolves. Why are there wolves?
But if you're gonna have wolves and you're gonna animate them anyways, make them do some cool shit. Not like
Like attack an old man.
well.
So in the book, does the old man just die from old age, or does he not die?
I think that the family returns in the book and finds the monster and chases him out.
Well, they
I
kill him
don't-
in the movie.
I don't think he dies.
I think
the blind guy
Yeah.
in the book.
In the book, I think
Oh,
the
I think so.
family comes home and sees the monster doesn't spend a considerable amount of time with the blind man. He
Yeah.
like comes in. They don't like leave town. They're just out of the blind man is just the only one home. And so he comes in and talks to him and has a nice conversation.
But he doesn't teach him how to read and all that. Like that was a big part
No,
of the
he
movie.
learned how to read by listening in on the old man teaching the children
Yeah.
how to read.
Oh, right, right.
Is that how it was in the movie?
Yeah, that's
too?
how it is in
Yeah.
the movie.
But
too.
then he gets
also
a more
just
in
teaches
depth.
him.
Yeah, he more.
Yes,
he
they-
Which
then
I
spent
think is
time.
another thing that's like changed to more suit the themes of
The father.
childhood
Okay.
and being raised.
generational trauma.
Okay,
Oh,
because he
yeah,
got raised
nice
by a
father.
good father.
Because
I
he
got
found
that. I
a
got
good
that.
father
Yeah.
figure.
Who was blind.
Which-
And that
Oh, sorry.
nothing. Just
DEI.
he was.
Which
no.
movie loses
yeah.
more points
Well, the
for
blindness
necrophilia?
isn't-
That's what I
Which
want.
movie loses more points for necrophilia? Well, there's more dead people fucking in the Bride.
Yes, there
but
are more
I
dead
think
people
that
fucking.
I wanted to fuck the Jacob Elordi Frankenstein creature more
Then
then anyone in The Bride wanted to fuck anybody in The
You know what I
Bride.
don't like about the Jacob Elordi Frankenstein?
How aroused it made you?
Is your level of arousal towards a movie character
That I said is allegorically a child.
is irrelevant to me, and I'd
Okay.
like to make that very clear. But is that he looks like Prometheus from the movie Prometheus, and like those things.
Why does that matter? Because he's tall.
That's because Prometheus in the movie Prometheus is a guy that gets built.
The
In Alien?
Alien Prometheus.
The engineer?
Yeah, he's the engineer isn't built. He looks like one of the
He's
engineers.
pretty built. He's
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
asking. If that's what you're talking about. Like,
That's true.
yeah.
he's
That's
got
the one in Antarctica?
Doesn't he get...
No.
Oh.
Saw
It's in
Prometheus
Antarctica.
a while
But
ago.
look, okay. Another thing I find
Gross.
weird about not
Elordi's
weird.
attraction to Mia Goth.
This makes sense. Okay,
She
so
was with Shia LaBeouf.
in the Bride, Frank gets shot in the
Back
head.
off, dude.
Frank gets shot in the head and dies. But if he gets reanimated with his already shot brain, how does that work?
He's gonna have to fall in love with the bride
No.
again.
But
Bride
if-
2.
but if
it's
you're
happening.
Technically, if
I
you're
didn't think
brain
about that,
dead-
but that ending does kind of
Yeah, how does he come back
mend
to life?
the power dynamic. Because if they do both lose their memories, then they are
they?
on the same level, and he doesn't have power over her
And maybe
anymore.
Why
she
not
wants
start
to
there?
choose to go into the next,
That makes me like it more, because when I watched it in the theater,
Oh, 1 point for
from
Kyle.
from the moment
Wait, for
that
what story?
Bride.
Bride story,
for
yeah,
story.
Hell yeah.
that
Bride
puts it
was-
at 0.
Yeah, you
Puts it
made
back at
yourself
0.
whole. Your business is
Wait,
solvent.
are we both 0 or is he ahead?
Well,
You
get nothing.
in story, there was nothing for Frankenstein, -1 for the bride, and now +1
You're
for the
redeemed.
bride.
Wait, but total? Who's-
Total, we haven't been tapped. We haven't tallied
Okay,
the
yeah.
total.
Oh, yeah, no,
we
no.
gotta have tally that.
So should we move to closing arguments?
Sure, well, you know, close up.
Or do you guys have any other?
I was gonna say when I saw it in theaters 2 hours
Right.
ago, everything from when Frank got shot in the head, I was like, "This is bad." But the more that I reflect on it, the more I like the ending. Actually, like I'm realizing things about the end. Like when I watched it, and the Penelope Cruz character, the detective woman, goes is like gets all of the police to leave, all of the witnesses to leave, and I didn't process in the moment that she knew that she was going to bring them back to life and was encouraging that. I was just like, what is this weird bit that she's doing? Like, why is she acting like this? I don't know. I lost steam towards the end of that movie, and I think it was because of the pacing of the movie.
Agreed.
By the end, I was like, I'm sick of. I liked the movie up until that point, and then I was just like, I'm tired of this.
You would have been tired if you'd been sitting in a 2.5-hour movie from Guillermo del Toro.
I watched Frankenstein in one sitting.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
but
So
you
did
didn't
you
watch
who
it in a
has
movie
trouble
theater.
watching it.
I would have loved watching. I watched The Batman 3 times in theaters, and that came
Damn, the
out.
I think I
Batman
watched
3
it-
times?
That's 9 hours total
Yeah.
in theaters for The
Crazy,
Batman.
I think that's how many times I saw it.
Well,
3
it's just a
times, The
great
Batman?
fucking movie, man.
In the theater, yeah, because I definitely saw it opening night before we shot The Puppet King, and
That's
I
very
remember seeing
specific.
it in. Oh, that's a movie I would say don't see in IMAX. Whereas this was a
The
great
Batman?
IMAX movie. Yeah, The Batman was a terrible IMAX movie because there were no IMAX sequences.
Yeah, it
Well, they
wasn't shot in
like
IMAX. Shot in scope,
72% of it in IMAX for the
The
Bride.
Bride, yeah, and The Bride in IMAX was cool, and I liked when it
That
just
was-
Why?
an issue
That's
with
so
The Bride.
weird because that shouldn't be the one of these two movies that was an IMAX movie.
yeah.
There's so many huge, intricate things and set pieces in Frankenstein that I would love to see in IMAX, and that just didn't.
And Guillermo chose for that not to be the case for that for you.
Guillermo said, "You will watch it on a little phone.
I know you were looking.
You can only watch it on a
So,
little."
I mean, I would like to ask you guys to
Yeah.
just touch on this one point because so far, I mean, we're tied in story, We're tied in adaptation.
Damn.
We're actually tied in feminism. No. I'm sorry. We're not.
No.
We're -1 for Frankenstein and feminism, which I guess is natural.
0 for The Bride and feminism.
In characters, we got back to 0 for The Bride. Okay. For characters, The Bride is actually leading by 1 point.
Yes.
In themes, The Bride is leading by 1 point.
Leading by 3 now.
We don't have any information.
Okay, The Bride should be leading in themes.
theme. No way.
It had more of them.
It had more of them. That's basically all it is. But for ensemble, Frankenstein is winning. Okay, Frankenstein is winning by 2, but The Bride has a -1, so it's actually winning by 3 for ensemble.
Wow.
Okay, good.
Director style is tied with 2 points each. FX, we have 2 points for Frankenstein and 0 for Bride, which may come around. But financial, we have -1 for Bride and 0 for Frankenstein. But the thing that I want to talk about more, and I think maybe the conclusive evidence of your closing statements, is cultural impact, which nobody has any
The only
points.
thing
Wait.
the problem with cultural impact is that we're living in it right now. We can't see years later.
Just what do we imagine?
In 10 years, what
It's
are we
all
going to be
about
saying
their
about these two
arguments.
movies? So you're asking us, we're sitting here in 2036. What can I say about 2036, The Bride?
Here's what I'll
and
say about The
Frankenstein?
Bride.
No, I just want to get the right parameter from you,
Alright.
so you're arguing to the right thing. Because I'm going to beat you, but I want to beat you for the right
Ouch.
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
think
kick
10
your-
years from now, when we look back on this night,
It'll be a
and we
night
can
for
remember things that we haven't repressed,
Yeah.
we will wonder to ourselves, what was the cultural impact of Frankenstein versus The Bride?
I think the only issue is that The Bride had a very specific character design. For Jessie Buckley. Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
It was, but
It'll be a Halloween
is
costume.
it too
Yeah.
intentional to make it that way, though? Is it too...
Oh, is it too recognizable around Halloween? Oh, you're the bride from The Bride.
Yeah,
Versus,
but-
are you Prometheus or one of the engineers from Prometheus?
He only looked like Prometheus at
Yeah.
the beginning. I would say his signature look in that movie was when he had all the
But
furs
if we're
over
only
him and
talking
the
about
long hair.
costumes...
I agree, because that is how I think of the Frankenstein, sorry.
That's not a point for The Bride, though, just for costumes. That's not cultural
Yeah, this is an
impactful,
effects. This is effects, not cultural impact.
You can have a costume for anything.
No, I'm going to beat you on culture. Are you still doing cultural impact right now?
Yeah.
You
what-
said
that
the
sure
bride
you're
is going to have a
already-
better costume. So, yeah, the bride
One
is going to
better
be more fun
costume
around
for The
Halloween.
Bride.
We'll know in 10 years if the bride had
But-
a good,
For Frankenstein, they always have those boats and green. I mean,
nothing to do with Guillermo del Toro's movie.
But Frankenstein will always have that, though. That's
Yeah,
not a
Frankenstein,
point.
the mythos will.
Sure, it's not a point for me. Sorry, it's not a point for me. But Frankenstein will always have a costume, so that's 1-1.
No, because
You really
Maggie Gyllenhaal created something new about how we see the bride.
And not the hair.
Yeah, it's not the hair thing.
I mean, they
Right.
kind of did do the hair thing.
Oh, toward the end?
It was more about the face.
I thought when she was electrified at the beginning, the first shot where you see her waking up, I thought it really looked like she had the
Electric hair thing.
classic Bride of Frankenstein.
She had the Marge with the white stripe.
It looked like her
Yeah.
when she got electrified, her hair kind of stuck up and then it kind of fell down
Yeah.
as she woke up.
They tried to pay
So I
homage.
thought that was a little bit of an homage to that.
Homage,
Yeah.
The Halloween costume.
All right, let's argue beyond. What's your
Cultural
argument?
impact?
Yeah.
Sure. So 10 years from now, a decade's gone by. I am much more likely to put on The Bride with my daughters in 10 years as hey, it's okay for girls to be messy. It's okay for a bunch of crazy things. Like, I would
can
totally...
All you
cop.
need is a man, because when you get sexually assaulted, a man will come and help you.
No, that's not
Yeah,
what
that's
The
the
Bride
whole
That's
is.
thing.
that's what Kyle wants to teach
Hey,
his
what the
kids.
hell?
I do not
Yeah.
at all want to teach that this movie would fit in very well with Birds of Prey, and you know it would. It would be a
Birds
good
of-
time.
Birds of Prey is a far more feminist movie than The Bride. Because
They're both female
their
directed
whole
written movies
team
that
consists of women.
So
There's
right
not a
now, I
sing-
mean, as a juror, I'm just saying, like, Kirk just made a valid point
What?
I mean, a man saves her every time.
Every
This is
time.
true.
She does not
The
save
movie
herself.
is about her choices, not
Her
what
choices.
happens.
So Kirk actually argued him against himself, and I gave the bride a point for cultural impact.
Sure.
But now I'm going to take it away.
Yeah, cultural impact.
A
One, I don't
yeah.
think either movie will be remembered in 10 years.
I agree, yeah.
But The Bride, I'll forget about in a month. And Frankenstein, I'll at least be like, it was Guillermo del Toro.
I think I will remember Frankenstein 10 years from now, and nobody else will. Like the movie Yesterday, which is terrible.
I bought that for $4 and haven't watched it. I've watched it in the theater, but I got it for my father-in-law because he's a big Beatles fan.
Don't give it to him.
Don't
Did
give
you give it to
him.
him?
I'm not going to give it to him. I wanted to watch
in
it.
his
What do you
honor.
mean?
I watched A Hard Day's Night recently.
That's good. That's a good movie.
It makes no sense. What is the plot of A Hard Day's Night?
How did we get to
You get to
here?
see
Yeah, what?
a stylized
No.
day in the life of the Beatles.
Cool.
Day in the life.
Yeah. got it.
No.
Back to cultural impact. We
I mean,
can't.
they forgot about the bride in the middle of the conversation.
They
No,
also,
no.
The bride didn't have enough impact.
the other thing is the characters. Let me go back to Mary Shelley. Why is she in this movie?
That's true. That's
Why
really
is she
true.
in this movie?
That's like
Because during the movie, I forgot she was in this movie.
it's an entire part of the movie that sucks.
She's Jiminy Cricket.
I got to
not.
delete a point for director
here's the
style.
thing.
on
No,
The
no,
Bride.
No,
Jiminy
I agree.
Cricket.
Here's, it's too meta. Look, if she's telling the story, but then if Frankenstein exists in the universe, is her story diminished because she heard the story and is retelling, or is
There's
she?
you can't make
It's
sense
No, no,
of it.
it's simple.
Yeah.
In her reality, Frankenstein happened. You had the funniest snaggle when you sat down. Like you had a thought. Do you have a thought? While he was
Oh,
doing
Why
her to
Mary
do like
Shelley's in this
the
movie?
accent of the Mary Shelley, like, here's your fucking bride. Here she is.
That's pretty good.
It's just
The
when
only
there's
issue.
She's Jiminy Cricket.
when
That's
there's
awesome.
such a clear-cut element that you could take out of the movie
Yeah,
and
you
it
can
would
take
just
Mary Shelley
make
out
it
of the
better.
Why is she in it?
It doesn't do anything to improve the
She-
movie.
She's
in the
the
movie.
inner voice of the bride, and then the bride will have associative phrases that
The
get
bride
the-
doesn't change though. The bride doesn't change
But
because
yeah,
of Mary
the bride
Shelley.
doesn't.
Yeah.
She would be
She's
showing
the
us how
same
the bride
character.
develops as a character, but the bride doesn't
She's-
develop as a character.
She's the same character. She's outspoken. She doesn't take anyone's shit. Why does suddenly Mary Shelley tell her to not take any more shit
And
again?
why is it Mary Shelley?
Yeah, why?
Because the bride is just a shell?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
The Mary Shelley being there makes the bride less of a character.
Yeah.
No,
It almost does.
it contextualizes a voice and preserves it for a new generation.
A voice of
And
what?
Why
Mary
did you get
Shelley-
Mary
Schizophrenia.
Shelley?
Does it?
Schizophrenia.
She's not
That's
Mary Shelley in
schizophrenia.
any way.
Yeah.
Mary Shelley never wrote a Bride of Frankenstein
It
novel, right?
It doesn't
doesn't
say
make sense.
anything
So
about
why is
Mary
she
Shelley
just-
or the bride, the character.
It gets the name in popular consciousness and gets kids curious
Everybody
about.
That doesn't
fucking
mean
knows who
it's.
Mary
That doesn't
Shelley
mean
is.
it's.
I bet you they don't.
Curious?
That
You
doesn't-
do because you're a nerd.
I was in high
Everybody
school
knows
like 3
Mary
years
Shelley
ago.
made
Just
up
because
sort
it's
of
like,
Frankenstein.
it
The Bride
makes
lost
people
its
aware
point for
to Mary
iteration.
Shelley doesn't mean it's relevant to the story or appropriately worked into the story.
Okay, I'm wondering, before closing arguments, can we go over each category and see if we think that the sort of democratically the room agrees with who is winning in each category?
I agree
Okay.
with democracy.
And closing statements, too.
Yeah. Well, so democracy, then closing statements.
And then the executive branch comes in and
I don't
it's
like
kind
the
of
democracy.
dictatorship.
I think it's.
Yeah.
And then
You'll
we
get
and then
2%
we
of
give
the
power
violence.
to one guy anyway.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that the U.S. government isn't like that.
Me too.
Me too. Hashtag.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah,
Wasn't
funny.
there a scene in The Bride where she was
She
like...
just screams "Me
Yeah.
too"
She
does,
over and
yeah.
over
But
again.
it
But
was.
the movie wasn't thematically in no way connected to the. There were a couple moments where she was like, "I have the rage of all these women inside of me," and it was like,
It
But
was
you
like
were a woman. Yeah.
it was like the putting on the Ritz moment where it's like it works within the context of what's going on, but it also has
That's
this
too meta.
metatextual.
That's too meta. You can't have a character saying "Me Too" when she's only one person. She's
You know, people used to say "Me Too" before 2017.
They did, but in the context that she's using,
Not
she's
nearly
still
as many
one
people
person.
said it about
Yeah.
Kyle before 2017.
Jeez.
All right, let's go with that.
All right, so for story, it's tied.
Tied with 0.
For adaptation, it's tied.
Whoa.
For feminism,
The
can you
Bride's
tell what that
getting-
Point
is?
the Bride.
I think Frankenstein should be winning for adaptation because
Yeah,
we've talked
Frankenstein
at
is
length about
faithful
how
to the
it
book.
both
So-
is a faithful adaptation and adds to the source
So
material.
2 points for feminism for the Bride, 1 point for Frankenstein for adaptation.
Feminism for the Bride? No
It
way.
failed at its feminist
Yeah.
point.
I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. Characters.
Hold on, let
so
me
far,
mansplain
Wait,
this.
a man's place is
No,
No,
no
I just-
feminism.
Wait, I do want to get this point out here. I recognize what kind of show this is. You're watching or listening to a show that you clicked on that has a dick joke for the title. And, like, I'm sitting in a lawn chair. This is mostly playing for men. I don't think it's wrong that men have a hearty conversation about feminist themes and what is valuable in society when it's just men or when we're in mixed groups, and we should be aware of that.
Last time
Thank
I
you
was
for
on your
mansplaining to
podcast
the
and we
men.
talked about feminism, didn't some lady reach out to you yelling
Yeah,
about?
they did.
We're not supposed to talk about when
That's why
people
I'm
reach
here.
out to us about guests. Alex.
I was right though.
So for characters, the bride is
we'll tell you
leading.
off air.
We like the characters of the bride by 1 point,
Yeah,
but we like the ensemble of Frankenstein by 1 point.
I'd like to argue against
and actually
that.
-1 for the bride.
No,
So
no,
ensemble.
that, it's not
Yeah.
a 2-point differential there because I would argue
a
Christoph
3-point
Waltz is
difference.
misused.
Yeah.
It's 3.
I could.
It's 3-point differential. It's me 3 for ensemble.
Christoph Waltz is
Well,
misused.
I mean, he just
I-
cancel
Says
out.
misu-
Oscar
how
Isaac
is he misused?
is
How
nothing.
how is he misused?
Because he doesn't use any of his Christoph Waltz wiles.
I mean, as soon as you hear
you
his
can't-
voice, you get the wild
can't.
side.
No, no, no.
Exactly.
I understand you like him in Quentin Tarantino movies. What did he
No.
specifically bring to this movie?
I think he did excellent with what he was given. I don't think he downplayed any of the things.
You can
he
tell
was
how useless he is by how sillily they
given.
kill him.
Useless.
Yes.
Death happens in the movie. What do you mean?
I mean, Victor could have gotten the bodies through several different
really think so?
1800s ways.
I
Yes.
mean,
We're
I'll
taking-
bet Kyle he's not in the original story.
Well, you're focusing on supporting characters when both movies obviously have two characters that are the focus.
Yeah, and I think Christian Bale is doing something in.
Is
I'm not
the
gonna say
ensemble category performances? Like
Yeah,
actors?
versus characters. Yeah, I think it's ensembles,
Like,
actors,
did you feel
characters is
Penelope-
like who they are. in the
Penelope
movie.
Cruz was used well in The Bride.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
I don't
this
think
is
she
a
was.
great point.
She
Penelope.
isn't.
Yes, Penelope Cruz is basically the
She's
equivalent of Christoph
underused.
Waltz. She's there for the
I
story.
don't think so. I really
doesn't-
liked her
she's
character.
funny.
I
She
really
does a
liked
lot,
her, and
and
I
she
really
never
I
gets
thought
the
her
credit.
and Peter Sarsgaard were the best part of that movie to me.
She stands out, has chemistry, creates a different barometer for the movie. Also gives you the theme of feminism. Like, oh, hey, just so you remember, 90 years ago, kids, women were not equal in society as much as they are. But
I
are
wished
still not
when I was
enough now.
watching The Bride that it was a movie
About the
starring
detectives.
those two where they're investigating what
Which
they
would've
think is
made
a
a
series
better
of mob
movie.
murders.
That's a minus
and it's
for
a
ensemble
Frankenstein
cast,
situation
yeah.
instead. Like, I thought that was a story that would be cooler if it was told from the peripheral.
I like that.
You would almost like to be a creator where you could take the parts and reconstruct and reanimate
Yeah.
new life into the bride,
Like, I
and
would
that's
say
why
that,
it's better.
Like, that's true that, like, I feel like I
is that
engage
better?
more with The Bride
Intellectually and emotionally.
intellectually because there are things that I would change about it that I think would make me like it more than Frankenstein.
But you wouldn't change anything about Frankenstein?
He's saying
I-
that some of the parts might be
Yeah,
better.
but here's the thing. He wouldn't change anything about Frankenstein, but he would change things about The Bride. So
I would cut
the
20
bri-
or 30
the
minutes
Bride
off Frankenstein.
would need room for improvement, thus giving me the point for the Frankenstein is a good movie. The Bride needs work.
Frankenstein is a 6. The Bride is a 7 that could be an 8 or a 9.
Did you notice the two numbers he said there?
6, 7.
6, 7. Yeah. Is
He
that on
also said
purpose?
8 or 9.
Let's make that a thing. Let's try to start
Hey
that.
kids,
know?
we're starting 8 or 9. All
Mary.
the kids listening.
Do you know the 6, 7, Joe?
Yeah. I think I do, or maybe
What's
I
the
don't.
joke?
Is there an 8 or 9? 8 and 9?
There is. Well, actually, do you know why 6 is afraid of 7?
7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And 10.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know about the 10?
What?
All right, let's
7,
get
8,
back on
9,
track.
and 10.
Let's get back to the point.
Motherfucker.
It's a massacre.
Oh, because the 10 is the last name of 9. 8, 9, 10.
8, 9, and 10.
He adds the conjunction in there.
Yeah, but
Okay,
then it
back to
doesn't
the
make
points.
sense.
All right.
I'm winning.
For themes, The Bride is winning by 1. For iteration, tied. For ensemble,
Is that
How's
tied?
that tied?
Okay, it's either iteration or adaptation. Like,
Adaptation.
They're tied
Frankenstein
for
is more
both.
faithful.
The Bride got a point, then lost it somehow.
Can I-
In director style, The Bride
How on earth?
and Fate and
Yeah,
Frankenstein were
is the
tied, but
Bri-
somehow The Bride lost the point.
Where is
I
this
think
going?
that our categories are not optimized.
Yeah. What?
Can I get?
the one who was most recently in high school, we're allowing you to do some new math.
And the one who showed his autism diagnosis on camera
yeah,
on
come
this
on.
show.
Yeah, give him credit for that.
Does anybody mind if a white boy get a little autistic with it?
By all means.
But
But I want to say, I did listen to your podcast there, you know, when you talked about that. And as a rock climbing instructor, it all depends on the situation. Every motherfucker alive is autistic.
I think that's true.
It all depends on the situation you're
I
in.
actually do
It
support
depends
that.
on the situation you're
there's a
in.
spectrum of situations for the spectrum of people.
Okay, story.
You know how many people who don't think they're autistic are autistic when it comes to rock climbing?
Yeah.
So they're
I mean-
climbing rocks. I'm like, I can't grab that rock
Oh,
because
I got
that
this
one's
big
not shaped like
problem
a
all of a sudden.
triangle.
Well, the thing.
Oh,
that's the
I
thing
got
is,
this
like,
big
that's the thing
problem.
that
I can't
people
take
don't
my feet
understand.
off the ground.
That's the thing that people don't understand. Truly, is like people think it's like a condition that you have or you don't. When it's like a collection. The reason that it's a spectrum is because it's a collection of traits that if you have any number of these traits, you could consider yourself to be on that spectrum.
But
And
can
like-
you get extra test time? You have to score a certain number of boxes.
Yeah, which is dumb. Like that's sort of a way that like looking at it medically, I think kind of undercuts that. I think that a lot of mental health stuff is kind of like,
Situational.
I think it's situational, and I think that it's like a lot of it is just because people don't fit into certain societal structures. It's like autism and ADHD really are just kind of like your brain isn't well suited to like a 9-to-5 working life, and so we're gonna put you on medication.
Right.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Hey, the Prussians can't be wrong about everything
That's
because we have a Prussian school system,
Oh.
and the school system is meant to get you ready for factory work, and factory work has evolved into 9
Yeah,
to
I'm
5
laying
work.
arguing against that. Yeah.
And here we are on this podcast where I'm clearly winning.
Kyle and I are also building to the episode where we debate capitalism.
Yeah, I think that's
on
definitely
We've
true.
been steadily building to it.
Okay. Unfortunately, you're winning recently.
Just in
winning.
world events, just
Yeah.
in how it's been going lately. Okay,
Friend
so I'm saying story, adaptation are both good categories. I think feminism and themes are the same category, especially because feminism canceled itself out.
Fine.
So I think
Feminism does not
is a
exist in The
theme.
Bride. Yeah,
Ladies, we care.
we care, but we didn't show it in The Bride.
Do you think that this
Make the
show,
bride.
because of the sort of branding of this show, do you think that it's almost functions like does good in the world by way of it functions as like a trap where like some conservative 14-year-old will stumble on it and be like, movie baiters, I'll check this out. And then,
I'm truly questioning the 17-year-old in Brazil or Russia who's listening to this.
Maybe they don't go shoot up the women's yoga studio
Yeah.
because they're listening to
Because
this.
they watch.
Well, you definitely
Frankenstein.
haven't, like, if you're thinking about shooting anything up, you definitely haven't watched enough movies. That's my theory.
That's
is,
true.
You
Like,
haven't watched enough movies.
yeah, like, if you're thinking about shooting up any people, pretty much just ask yourself, is there a movie I could watch instead? And there's definitely a movie you could watch
and it should be
instead
I Saw the TV Glow, because you're gay.
That's not what
great.
that movie's about necessarily.
You can come to terms
That's
with that.
not what
It's a
that
great
movie's-
thing to be.
Gay?
That movie is
Yeah.
about having.
In a lot of ways, it's better than the alternative.
It's better than The Bride.
It's better than The Bride.
It's about not being able to map your identity into an identifiable bucket, so you pick something in pop culture that's
You
ripped
guys already
away
had
from you.
this
That's
debate, and we're not gonna have it again.
About the I saw the TV glow.
Being
You guys
gay is
had
better
this-
than The Bride.
You had this discussion already.
We did. You and I did.
No, but you and Nick did.
Well, yeah, Nick and I did, but Nick.
I didn't see. I couldn't have had that debate because I didn't see
explained
the
it to
TV glow.
I straight explained it to him. Sorry.
Straight
Go ahead, Nick.
explained.
Honestly, your defense of the feminism in The Bride made me want a trad wife.
Oof.
You've
Mine
always
is-
wanted
You
to
yeah, you want a
Right.
trad wife.
Okay, that's
That
true.
is-
But
is the
it made me
Bride.
want one more.
Mrs. Farx is not a trad wife. You watch the show enough, dear listener or viewer. You know.
So mine is The Bride for feminism.
Correct.
Yeah.
No.
Right?
Just because
Mine
Alex
is-
makes the wrong choice doesn't mean that I'm wrong.
I mean,
God damn.
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's let the white autistic do the math and decide who's taking a weird drink, Kirk or me. I think I won this.
Oh, is it coming down to this now?
Okay,
Yeah.
I've
Oh, wow,
I've
okay.
merged
Here we go.
story. I've merged themes and feminism because I think that feminist themes are themes.
Should we
Yeah.
make our closing arguments while you're doing
I
math?
think that I've merged
Let's see
adaptation.
who's the winner,
I've
and then
merged
we'll- Yeah,
adaptation and
please.
iteration
Yeah.
into Frankenstein Legacy, which sounds like a really bad made-for-TV movie, but is I think like what they do with the Frankenstein mythos and story,
Yeah.
whether it's the source material or the
Book.
cultural impact of it. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put performances,
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
characters.
He's gonna give it to a lordy over Steers Sweet Jessie Buckley, who was so good in one of the weakest seasons of Fargo.
You know, I heard she's thinking of ending things.
Yeah, I like that movie. I thought she was great in that movie.
She was.
I didn't watch it. I'm sorry.
Direct.
After I
you didn't like it?
recommended it to you,
Style.
I'm thinking of
I
ending things.
recommended
I
that
like
to you. How dare you?
Synecdoche, New York, way more.
I've seen Synecdoche,
That's
New York.
such a weird movie, though.
Wait, I'm thinking of ending things.
I love that movie.
Jessie Buckley's looking at killing herself. That movie.
No, she's thinking of ending her relationship with...
Jessie Buckley's looking at killing herself. The movie.
No, she's thinking of ending her relationship in the movie.
With who?
Colon,
Jesse
the movie.
Is that Pat Damon? Jesse...
Oh, that's
Clemens,
from
yeah.
that's from what's it called? That one guy, Charlie Kaufman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I brought up Synecdoche, New York. It's the
I
same
was
guy.
wondering that when you said that. I was like,
Yeah.
because he's really pissed me off with Anamore or whatever that was.
Anomalisa.
Anomalisa. I hated it, so I couldn't watch. I'm thinking of ending things.
Really?
I
It's a pretty
hated
depressing
Anomalisa.
movie.
Yeah, I don't like
I
being
love
depressed.
depressing stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no.
Yes, and hopefully your, and never-ending joy
Hopefully
trad wife
things-
can fix that. Like, can you imagine just the Zoe Deschanel of like happiness that would need to like counteract whatever the hell's going on over there?
Wow. Jeez.
Sorry, Zoe. I don't mean to like talk about how happy you are.
No shade to you for being happy.
I'm in a relationship where she's kind of sort of happy.
Wow.
But is she a trad
With
wife?
you?
That's
Damn.
your opinion, though, man.
That's like just your opinion, man. I'm happy to hear that, and we'd like to encourage healthy relationships on Movie Baiters with
Yeah, of
the
course.
Farx brothers.
Yeah.
Did I win yet? Who's
Nope.
drinking the
No,
shot?
man,
But
wait.
what are you putting in the shot? Why doesn't Merritt start making
You guys
the
have to
shot?
start making your closing
you
argument.
want
I'm
closing
like,
Well, I
making
thought
a
we were
shot
doing
for
it
myself.
after
Oh,
the points. Yeah.
I'm enjoying
maybe we
this.
should make this
I'm
closing arguments then.
Do you want to go first?
I'm
Yeah, okay.
trying to consolidate.
Well, let's not talk about the bride and the Frankenstein, but let's talk about
Okay, wait.
the idea of the fact that there's a creation that exists that is unlike any other.
I don't know. There might be
And-
some voter fraud going on here. I don't know.
I'm
City
merging,
Bell!
merging categories.
know.
I want to have
I
a
think
conversation
Nick's
about
already-
themes
You're
because
done with
right
this
now,
conversation, right?
if we're merging feminism and themes, this is the voter fraud that he was talking about.
Yeah.
We're merging feminism and themes, and right now that puts the bride at into just themes, which includes feminist themes, The Bride is at 3 and Frankenstein is at 1, and I don't think even Kyle believes that to be
How
fair.
is The Bride winning?
Because the cacophony.
Winning
was
by
that- it
2.
was that-
The Bride, I don't think there's a single theme in The Bride that is executed well.
So -3. And let Frankenstein win by 1.
No, you have to argue for Frankenstein to get points.
Frankenstein has a consistent theme of fatherhood throughout the movie. The Bride has too many themes to label it a theme.
Frankenstein also has the theme of the fact that the warmonger is the financial habilitator
Is that a thing,
to
or is
make
this what
all of
happens
this
in the movie?
happen. The playing God would not happen if it wasn't for war.
War enables men.
Enabling
war
it.
enables men to play God. I didn't even
Okay,
think about
there's
that.
a theme there.
That's a point.
Come on, Kirk, let's...
Point for Frankenstein?
Yep.
Or
Yep.
Bride?
Okay, we
For
need 2 more.
Frankenstein.
Did you just make the case that Israel is the real villain
What? I
in
didn't make any
Frankenstein?
case.
Israel's the real villain in
I
it.
never
Whoa,
made-
whoa,
I didn't
whoa,
make any
whoa,
case.
whoa.
That's
Marco Rubio just said that because he didn't want to make it sound like we were just gonna go, blow stuff
That's-
up because it's fun.
That's more
Star
cultural
Wars made that
impact.
case way before me.
That's true.
That's more cultural impact. More points for Frankenstein.
Oh.
Hey, come on.
I am taking 3 away from The Bride and themes because
Yeah.
it didn't execute a single. Because we had lengthy discussions about 3 different themes that The Bride tried and failed to
Failed to
communicate
hold on.
to its audience.
Let's
Because
go down.
it's-
Let's go down this road. Frankenstein, Jewish name, right?
Yeah,
The
sure.
Frankenstein files. It's actually kind of anti-Semitic to say that we
Sure.
might be
I
at
still
war
don't
because
believe
of
Frankenstein
Epstein
killed
files.
himself.
I get. What?
Well, Frankenstein tried to kill himself.
Yeah, probably Jewish.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. All right.
Unless you were serious.
I mean, he is.
No,
He is kind of a golem, which is
Frankenstein.
a Jewish mythological.
Points for Frankenstein.
Points
Yeah.
for golems?
Yeah.
Are you
Points
giving
for Jews, but not
Points for-
Zionists.
Well, then there's the theme in the Benicio del Toro
Jewish,
Frankenstein.
you just have a big nose.
Like I was talking about.
I'm Jewish. So I can-
no, I know you're Jewish.
Did I
I'm
say
not
the
Jewish,
right? You
to
did?
my knowledge.
I
Yeah,
said,
You
oh,
did
no.
that going into these jokes.
yeah, of course.
Okay. I
I
know
feel
exactly who
like
the
no,
Jews
I
are
feel like
before I
you
make any
you
jokes.
posted
All right.
something about being Jewish.
I post a lot of stuff about being Jewish and not liking
Yeah,
Israel.
Yeah,
We lost
so I
it.
figured, yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
great
no,
that
I actually have a big nose because I broke it as a kid and never told my parents, and so
really?
it just swelled and
Oh,
never
like
got
that?
That's
fixed.
interesting because it looks natural. It doesn't. You don't have like a fucked up nose. It's just
Yeah,
I can
there's-
see it, now that you say that it looks like it got broken
he doesn't
down.
like a Victor look at your nose and
Oh,
go,
man,
you can
okay.
do better. Just
I
a
didn't
little-
say that. I didn't say I couldn't do better.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Back,
Cool.
back to the points.
Characters, The Bride has 1
Oh,
to
man.
0, and I agree with that. What do you guys think? Does The Bride have better characters?
Yes.
No.
I think so.
More fun, more memorable.
I think
better Halloween
Frankenstein. The
costumes.
only really strong character in Frankenstein is the creature.
Who's the memorable character in The Bride?
Well, I think you can give it to the bride just based
Yeah,
on
we-
I think
originality.
The Bride is a really even though she doesn't have an arc, I think she's an interesting character.
Yeah,
I
but-
think that what they do with Frankenstein is cool, and I really like the detectives as characters.
Hell yeah, brother.
Like
I'm not on board
You
with the
think so?
detectives.
Oh man. So
If the detectives were like part of the main, they're two side characters to be
Let's undo the math, and you can make your closing argument when you're
yeah,
losing.
because it's going to be like 1-to-1.
Well, here's the thing. So we do have ties in what it does for the Frankenstein mythos and for story. So if you guys want to focus on those in your closing remarks.
Those.
Frankenstein, like, what it does to the Frankenstein story and how the just quality of the story of the film is.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we need ties settled on.
Frankenstein has again, from what I said from the beginning, has a more human story. It touches on fatherhood It touches on generational trauma. It touches
Your heart.
my heart, yeah. My heart.
Your G spot.
I think it touches, yeah,
She
because
found
The prostate.
Your G
Right in
spot.
the
the
prostate.
G-spot, yeah. It makes me sad for the human race. Because we're all doomed to live this kind of life where, I don't know, we're trying to figure out our way, we're trying to figure out our purpose, and we can't die. Frankenstein can't die. So what is he going to do? He's going to try to live his best life the only way he knows how, forgiving his father, and he's going to look at the sunset and maybe just be okay with it. Like, this is human life. We got to just keep going. Even though, what's that quote at the end? Even though my heart breaks, I will continue to live on, or something. This is Frankenstein. It is a very human story. This is Frankenstein. This is Frankenstein.
Frankenstein,
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
I appreciate that argument, and I like
Yeah.
that you specifically. I don't even know if it was intentional or not, but you specifically touched on the things that were original to the movie,
Yeah.
because that again isn't how the book ends. So that is storytelling that's new to the movie, and I agree that it's very good. Kyle,
Gal, closing
What?
statements. The
What?
Bride.
Why? It's simple. For two reasons. The first of which is I walked into a movie theater to watch The Bride. I wasn't as enabled to do that with Frankenstein. Yes, I understand that I could have and I failed. It was 2 weeks. It's a Netflix movie. I'm sorry, Netflix movie. I just want to re-emphasize again, you're saying Netflix movie over movie that went to the movie theater. I'm
Has
just
nothing to do with the
excuse
story.
me, is it my closing argument?
Yeah, it
he's
is.
doing a straw man.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can create life, but you can't make straw men?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Continue with your closing argument. You're losing so far, but
I walked into a movie theater with multiple dudes saying, I'm jazzed to see a story about the woman that has been associated with Frankenstein. I don't give a fuck about
Said that
Frankenstein.
like it's like a Bill Clinton court case. The woman who may or may not be associated with Mr. Frankenstein.
What's the
Can I do-
definition of the word is?
Can I do a slick Willie? Mr. Former President, here is a picture of you in a hot tub with a young lady with known pedophile Jeffrey Epstein.
What's the definition of pedophile?
I didn't inhale.
Yeah.
All right.
That I was given the opportunity with my dear male compatriots to share in a story that specifically tackled
Is he in a gay harem?
I think so. That's what I'm
Feminism.
getting out of this argument.
if it makes me gay to hang out with other dudes and talk about feminism and go to the movies, then fine. I'm gay.
Did you have a pink, ink blot on your face after the movie?
Here's the thing, is that there's an image you can think of that told a story from The Bride. There is not an indelible image from
Noted.
Frankenstein that you're going to take away from the Frankenstein Guillermo del Toro. It's well made, it's well crafted. I and my Mrs. Farx, my wife.
My wife.
Oh,
You mean the other person that inhabits your body?
She saw
No, that's
the-
Mary Shelley.
opening parts of the Frankenstein movie. She did say, "Oh, this looks nice. I won't watch this. It's boring." And you know, I did watch the Frankenstein story, like when it starts from there, with the 6-year-old Farx, and then I stopped it when it got to the wolves because it's violent, but also the story is dumb. Wolves hunt in packs. I'm sorry, that's a very specific nick to pick with Frankenstein, but what I'd like to close my closing argument on is that in 10 years, I genuinely believe that amongst watching Birds of Prey and other messy girl movies, I would show this messy girl movie to my girls with joy, and I'll enjoy getting to experience this story again.
Would you consider Midsummer a messy girl movie?
Yes.
All right. Me too.
I love Midsummer.
That's a
I
great
own the
movie.
director's
That's a movie
cut.
that I didn't get to say it, but when we were talking in the earlier part about movies now that I think will have a big cultural impact, I think Midsummer is one of them.
Well,
A
yeah.
completely original movie. That
You should come over for too long of an infrared sauna, and then we'll watch the director's cut of.
and I'll
Midsommar.
feel like I'm in that bear suit.
You will.
When you have all of our back hair stuck to you, you will.
Because
So
I've got the
How do
4K
you
director's
guys
cut of
sit
that.
in there?
So your young daughters aren't gonna watch this movie and then have some kind of.
That it's a movie I could go and see with my bros, and it's a story we had a good time coming out of, and that I know I'm going to show this movie to my daughters.
I
when
watched
they're a little
Frankenstein with my bros.
Oh, when
'cause
they're
we're
older.
erudite.
Older. I don't doubt you and your nerd friends.
Jeez.
Sat down for
Insult
3
the
hours
guy.
to watch
Jeez,
Frankenstein, uninterrupted.
And pause to look up parts of the text, the original text.
I couldn't understand why they just didn't put like a little velvet rope around that big fucking hole in the floor. Like, what is that
Are you
doing
done with your
there?
closing statement, Scout?
If making movies results in me enjoying time with my brothers and in the future with my daughters, I'm sorry.
Point to me, because he never mentioned anything about the bride's plot.
That's true. You
Or
didn't say
story.
anything
Several
about
things
this.
about
Yeah.
how the story
No, you
made me
didn't.
You
feel.
didn't say anything about
You
the
said
story.
what your experience
Yeah.
watching it was. You didn't say
I said my
anything
bros
that
and
whole-
I, we
didn't
enjoyed
say
it,
anything
and
That's
we
not
showed
the
it to my
story of
daughters.
the movie.
I got you on that. You didn't say anything
That's
about
not
the
the
story.
story of the movie.
Yeah.
Plus, I have a moral objection to your argument
I'm
of
sorry there was something
trying to
original.
appeal to human emotion
Yeah,
by bringing
come on.
up your
It's
daughters.
not going to work
and-
because he hates women.
And your daughters are gonna grow to like hate
Only
law
like
enforcement.
80%.
Because of the bride?
Yeah, there's a pretty gnarly scene with law enforcement there. Like, come on.
That's
a
a good lesson to learn.
I genuinely
Don't get
believe-
pulled over.
No, kill police officers as you encounter them.
Okay.
In fictional stories.
No, that's how I'm going to raise my kids, dude.
Okay.
I won that.
We have a what do you call it again?
I'll have a fantastic Mr. Fox style sort of crime syndicate of my children.
We have
Wow.
a plethora of opinions that we would love to entertain on the show, and
But I think I won that. I won
That's
that.
true.
And
Wow.
one of those is
No,
that
you
I
guys
won
were
that.
both weak. I wanted something more from each
one
of you.
One of those opinions is that Mick Lynch is going to raise his kids to kill police officers on sight.
I believe you are legally allowed to say that based on some of the rap lyrics I have heard in the past. So I'm not saying anything beyond, I believe legally you're allowed to say things like that.
Okay, guys, how much do you think that...
Kyle lost.
how much do you guys think that Kyle lost that argument when it comes to story?
They
Do you think-
both were equally bad.
Really?
He didn't mention
No,
anything about story.
Well, that's true. Okay,
I
yeah,
denigrated
minus
the
one.
story of yours.
yeah, I didn't talk
I would
shit about your
give
the
it to
bride.
But you just denigrated an action scene semantically.
I have
That's
to go
not
to
even
bathroom.
the plot of
I'm
the
willing to
movie.
lose at this point and drink whatever I have to.
Yeah.
All
Let
I have
him
to
live.
say is, like, if you had to write the bride, what happens at the beginning and how does she change by the end? If you had to write
We're
it.
gonna
I don't have
armchair
to.
this?
I see from it that it's a fucked up world that she takes herself out of. She gets the chance to come back to it. It seems like she knows that chance
She
is
doesn't
coming.
take herself out of it. Men take her out, and then men bring her back.
She gets punched
Boom.
when she falls.
Men do most of the work
So
in
the
the bride.
The arc is
Yeah.
I don't. I wouldn't do that because it's not my story to tell. It's Maggie
Oh,
Gyllenhaal's.
certainly it's not your
And
story to
I
tell.
enjoyed
Okay.
that
Okay.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Frankenstein
Well,
is.
Frankenstein isn't Guillermo del Toro's story
Why
to
is he
tell.
not?
He just
Why is he-
wanted to.
Because he's not white? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Wow, Kyle.
Because he's
Wow.
still a man, so he can tell the story. So what are you saying?
Not Aryan like Maggie
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal.
Is she?
That's a Swedish name, isn't it?
I don't know. Gyllenhaal's Swedish.
It's
Are
gone off the
Aryans
rails.
Swedish? Are all Swedes Syrians? See, you're the one here.
I told you I don't like Israel.
All right.
Please
Well, you're
call
fired now.
Yeah.
The Frankenstein
Who
files.
won? Who lost?
Well, for story, I'm going to give 1 point to Kirk. Or actually, no, I'm just going to subtract 1 point from Kyle because he did not mention story the entire time he was supposed to be talking about story. Okay, so let's tally this up.
Yeah, The Bride, it really just, like, you're wondering what's going to happen and nothing happens.
That's
That makes it a
that's
worse
exactly how I would
movie.
describe that movie, actually.
If you're wondering what happens and nothing happens, that's a bad movie.
No, I think that's his point.
Yeah, so that's minus.
I mean,
for
I
the
just felt
story.
like I wanted
That's
it to be
2 minus.
15 minutes less. Not that I
wanted
didn't
it to
agree
both
with a
be
lot of it.
15
Like,
minutes shorter,
half
and I
hour.
wanted it to go somewhere.
Frankenstein
them?
went somewhere more.
I
than
wanted
The
both
Bride.
of those at the same time. I felt like it sat in the same place.
Both
Frankenstein
are
had the
one of
1,000 Arabian Nights. Like, it's like, hey, I'm going to tell you half a story and then hold it back so that you're wondering.
Well, technically, he doesn't hold it back. He tells the entire story, and then the creature comes
Let him
and
tell us
says,
who won.
"Let
So
me."
you-
No,
tell
they
half the story."
specifically,
I really
they
do have
got
to
to
go
a
to the
point of suspense and then they cut back to the ship. So you're like,
It's
shit,
good.
I
It's
was in.
pacing. It's
Yeah,
way
it's
better
pacing.
paced.
It's pacing, yeah.
Frankenstein or
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
It's
No,
way
it's
better
point.
paced.
So
Point for me.
way too long, and could have been using the narrative device made a lot more efficient.
Okay, I would like to do it both a mathematical and democratic
Okay.
vote on this.
Uh,
Who here thinks that between the two, The Bride is the better movie based on the criteria that we've presented? Who here thinks that Frankenstein is the better movie based on the criteria we've presented?
that be eunuch.
I didn't see the
I mean, you
fucking.
still vote.
I thought you
Franken-
called him a eunuch.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
said too.
I basically am anyway. I have no
I will
penis.
drink whatever I have to on camera. I'll
Okay.
go to the bathroom.
And mathematically, we have 4 points for The Bride and 9 points for Frankenstein.
What?
Our categories being story, in which there are 0 points for Frankenstein and minus 1 point for The Bride.
Minus
Frankenstein legacy, like what it does with the Frankenstein mythos, which we have 1 point for Frankenstein and 2 points for The Bride, which seems fair. Themes,
still
which
lost
we
by
have 2
5.
points for Frankenstein, 1 point for The Bride. It says here, Kyle, I'm gay. Quote, Kyle, I'm gay. Performances.
Was that for
Should
points?
be an extra
That was-
point. Yeah.
that's just an added note. Performances, we have none for The Bride and 2 for Frankenstein,
Because of Christoph.
Bullshit.
which I don't know that I agree with that.
Bullshit.
But
Well, you won by 9. It's not going to
I
change
agree
it.
that Frankenstein should have won.
Won by 5.
I think that there
49
there
is
are a
5.
pretty equal amount of good performances in those two movies.
So I'm up. You're winning by 3. Continue.
Characters, I think. You know what? I will give you that. I'll put an extra point
come
in
on.
performances. Well, it doesn't do anything for us. Just brings it up to 5.
It might get close. We'll see.
Yeah.
Characters, we have The Bride with 1 and Frankenstein with 0, which I think is fair. Style, we have 1 for The Bride and 4 for Frankenstein.
That's a mistake.
Style, yeah.
Clearly a mistake.
That's combining what were the original genres of effects and director style.
Well,
the
the
two
effects
categories.
in Frankenstein take away from it, whereas the
We had
effects
2
in
points for Frankenstein in effects and no points for The Bride when that
Yeah,
was
for
still
effects.
a category.
yeah, the visual effect, like the literal visual effects in Frankenstein, are the thing we all agree take away from it because it's.
But you're not adding
bad
anything to The
CGI.
Bride, though. You're not
Oh,
adding.
no, I'm taking away from Frankenstein. I'll add to the Bride.
Okay, go ahead and add to The Bride. What makes the VFX good for The Bride?
It has a stylistic quality visually that you can follow. And
Name the
it's clear
stylistic
from-
quality.
But that's not but if you're including
Yeah, that's a
style,
director
visual
thing.
style,
Yeah.
There
in
weren't
the
any
effect-
effects that took me out of the movie in The Bride.
Because there were no effects in The Bride. It's all practical.
But I would say I think
Yep,
that
that's
the
a point
bride
for The
the
Bride.
bride loses in style because I would put the Mary Shelley bullshit under.
Yeah, come on.
Well, that's a
Style.
stylistic, subjective thing that some people don't respond to, and
Yeah, it's
there's,
all
you know,
fucking subjective.
there's a lot
Man.
of
We're looking
Y
at art and
chromosomes in
debating
this
which is the
room,
better art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that. Like, Frankie Horny's stupid. I agree. We're gonna do that in 2 weeks.
I agree that the CGI
month
took
and a
away
half.
from
2
Frankenstein,
weeks?
so I
What?
think that does
6
make
weeks.
it a little closer.
What are we doing in 6 weeks?
We figure out that. Sorry.
That's when we're doing that big revolution.
The whatever the replacement sequence
You're gonna
is.
kill all the cops.
Yeah, we're gonna go and kill every cop.
Jeez, all right.
Okay, I will take away. Frankenstein has 4 points in style, and The Bride has 1. I agree that all of the things that I didn't like about Frankenstein would fall under style.
So -1 for Frankenstein.
So I would detract 1 from Frankenstein.
So 8 of
So you're
5.
winning by 2 right now. How many more categories?
No,
do
winning
I
by
have?
3. That was it.
I win. Drink that
You don't win anything to do,
mixer.
like, whatever.
It's 8-5
Yeah.
in Frankenstein.
So we won by 3 this time. Okay.
Yeah.
So
All
create
right.
a new category, get 3 points in that category,
No,
you'll
we're not
tie it
gonna
up.
do that. Just
He's
drink
the
the thing.
most willing to play devil's advocate I've ever met. I have no idea.
My
what he
wife
truly
likes
believes.
that up. Mrs. Farx likes the Baby Girl episode and also liked Baby Girl, and you ended up not liking it. Okay, here we go.
You edited a lot
Bottoms
out.
up.
Damn. he's
I
gotta
haven't-
drink all of it.
I haven't listened to any of my episodes.
No.
Ooh, there you
I
go.
can't
Right.
do that to myself. How was it? Oh, his face. Do we have that on camera?
Yeah, it's rolling.
Camera?
Do we have that on camera?
Camera?
5,
Catherine O'Hara?
4, 3, 2,
What's the countdown for?
1. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
There we
Cut.
go.
gonna shit himself.
That's how long it takes the poison to activate.
thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN. Join us next time for another bait.
Can we put our Iran conversation in there?
If you want it, sure. But we're back
200
with...
complaints to the Office of Religious Freedom,
Off the
and
creamer.
our 200
Toasted
people
coconut.
just
Oh,
go
that might be too
live,
tasty.
sign up to forfeit their bodies.
Although
to the country.
I do have a bone to pick with Iran.
What bone do you have to pick with Iran?
Like just
specifically?
personally?
Yeah, because Iranian women I dated when in
Iranian.
college,
Iranian.
and they are really good looking,
Uh-huh. But...
which I think is part of why they want to cover them up over there.
Oh, because it's the
Well, they
too
used
pretty?
to walk before
Yeah.
the Ayatollah took over in '79, and like a lot of people
Go ahead,
would go
Jared.
to
Is
like
that the mixture?
53 of like what we did in '53,
Alright,
and then
That's
that
a lot
resulted
We're
in.
gonna
more
need some
wholesome
oat
than I
milk 'cause
thought it
we're
was gonna
healthy.
be. Like that was like complimentary
All
to
right.
like
Is that it?
Well, it's
No.
like when you hear about.
All right.
There was a guy.
This is
who,
what's going to fuck it up.
What, did
I-
you like
Oh,
pitch me
bubble
as
ass
like
fucking
alt right
worse.
to these guys? What?
No,
It's the worst drink on the
I
planet.
have not. I don't believe.
my only interactions with you since we worked on Some Sweet Day have been following you on Letterboxd.
Oh,
And I'll tell
Letterboxd,
you
yeah.
that's a bad way to get a vibe. To like
That's
sustain
fair.
a vibe on someone. I bet you have a weird impression of me too if
Yeah.
you've been looking at that.
Well, I think you're both
Right.
weird, but I like you
Oh, well, thanks.
in different
I like
directions.
I like all of you.
You shouldn't.
Are you pouring into something else?
Not
Out of
him
ice?
for sure.
What?
No, there was like okay, so when they had the National Day of Action and like people, you remember when
All right.
everyone went downtown Minneapolis?
All right, Cal.
Whoa.
Let's end the show with that.
There was a
Anyways,
guy
anyway.
who dressed as a couch.
Energizes, restores, and balances.
Oh, good.
Did JD Vance show up and bang him?
The joke of the guy who was
Uh-huh.
dressed as a couch, who is Facebook friends with me now. Thank you, sir. And he knows people we know because
Uh-huh.
through stand up. I don't know if that guy was stand up, but he
Wait,
said
do you
something
do
like,
stand up?
"What?
Do you do stand up?
I've done stand up, but I don't like do stand up because Mrs. Fark said if you do stand up, you have to drop one of the things. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to drop the thing that makes you the money to make the movies, or making the movies to do stand up?
Or
Wow.
the children?
But you roasted Nick at his thing. That was kind of a stand-up, and that was actually
Yeah.
very successful. I
That was
thought
a
it
sly. They snuck that in because I'm just going to a party, right?
Yeah.
He didn't mean you, Nick. He meant the birthday boy, Nick.
No,
Not
I thought he was referring to that.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying you slipped in a bit of stand up under the guise of going to a party.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. and like I cheated on that too. But
You cheated on your wife there?
on
By doing
stand-up?
stand-up?
No. I cheated on stand-up in how I ended up at what I performed at this party.
You cheated on your wife while doing stand-up?
So
You
Vanessa,
did defend cheating in the baby girl argument when I was on
All
the
right,
podcast
just
last
No, I
let me
think
end the show.